you aren't helping veterans. Veterans are helping you. And the companies that are smart enough to leverage that human resource ultimately will benefit their bottom lines. And if we invest in those companies, ultimately it can bring financial returns as well.
I'm Nicholas Antaki.
I'm George Altman. We're with Vets Indexes.
Vets Indexes really started as an idea that hiring military veterans is good for business.
Veterans represent a uniquely talented but also underappreciated human resource that when companies hire them,
Not just a nice thing to do, but it's very good for your business and your bottom line.
that's why we have financial products tied to our indexes.
We host the twice annual Employing U.S. Vets Conference. It really brings together all those employers that take part in our servant recognition program, and we're talking about every different size and structure, from the most huge multinational publicly traded companies all the way down to small local nonprofits and veteran service organizations.
We have 5 main categories that we look at for the Vets Indexes Employer Awards. Weighted most heavily is veteran employee development and retention. Next is veteran inclusive policies and culture, veteran recruiting and hiring, Guard and Reserve support, and military spouse and family support. I think maybe too often the focus in the veteran employment space is recruit, recruit, recruit. Bring them in the door, hire vets. What actually happens to the veterans after you hire them? I don't really know. So we focus a lot on not just how many veterans are you hiring, but are they staying for the first year? If they stay for the first year, are they still stuck 3-4 years down the line in entry level or lower level roles? Or are they actually growing their careers into more senior levels, becoming leaders in the organization?
You know, vets like to know that their experience is being respected, and they are brought in sometimes at the lowest levels, and they work their way up very hard. But we find that knowing that there is a nice path to the top really does inspire and help the vets move forward into organizations.
I think it's worth putting in perspective the level of responsibility that service members have at a very young age. At the same age when civilians are rushing frats and thinking about what party they're going to go to next, service members are in charge of millions of dollars of U.S. government equipment, and responsible for the very lives of their comrades. It instills a degree of maturity and responsibility that is invaluable.
Showing public recognition of veterans has been really crucial for that veteran inclusive workplace and the like. These are the types of things that bring in veterans, keep them there, and make them feel very welcome, so they want to stay.
We have built this program to be very objective, to rely on hard data and metrics to evaluate organizations. The organizations that are receiving our awards really are organizations that are going to that next level, making meaningful policies that have a big impact for their veteran employees.